Welcome CSC 121. As I'm preparing the next exercise for you that we're going to be starting, I figured I'd give you a challenge. This is challenge 4, and it's going back into the dice game. Now, hopefully you already did the dice game, the one-off, and you did the dice game with a loop, and you also did the rock, paper, scissors exercise. Everything you did in there you should be able to do here pretty easy, especially from the rock, paper, scissors. Now, what you're going to do is have something like this. This is the finished product here, so just watch this. I'm going to run this, and this just makes the dice game a little bit more fun. Basically, you could just hit enter so you could roll the dice. Instead of having everything happen all at once like we did the first time through our loop, we could do this one at a time. So we're going to hit enter to actually roll the dice. So we're going to use a prompt, but you don't have to put anything in for the prompt. You can actually just hit enter. And it rolls one time and it keeps score. And I just adapted the score a little bit like the rock, paper, scissors. So it says you, what the score is, and what the computer is. So if it's a tie, it's 0-0, and then it lets you roll again. And you can just keep rolling. Now I'm up 1-0, and it says I win, which makes me happy. And then I could go again. And now it's all tied up. And now for the big final, I won 2 out of 3. So that time I rolled. Now I didn't look at my numbers here. I was just kind of going through and seeing if I won. But I won 2 out of 3, and it says you win 2 out of 3. And I also put a message that says hit run to play again. So if I want to play again, if I'm having so much fun here, I can actually play again. So the only thing I did was really one line of code that you really need to do here. So, and it should be in your loop, because obviously for prompted to hit enter multiple times, that should be in your loop. And of course at the end here, once you win, it'll say you win 2 out of 3. And also this thing can go here and say to play again, so that if you want to play again, you could just run it and hit the run button inside here. So that's all you have to do for your challenge. We'll call it challenge 4. And what you're going to have to do is just go into your repels and go into your folder and look for your second dice game. And just open up your dice game, the one you did with the loop, this one here, because we had the while true, and that was the one that just played. This is the one that just kind of ran through and did everything all at once. And what you're going to do here is you're going to fork it, and you're just going to click the fork button, and it'll make like a 3 or something, and then go in there and just change it, and just call it challenge 4. Just call it like CH4 for challenge 4, and just call it dice game RH, and maybe you just want to put roll on it so you know it's a roll. Remember, it's CH4, so you don't have to put an exercise like 10 or something. So call it CH4 dice game roll. If you have your initial afterwards, if you want to put dice game roll, and remember when you do that, just hit enter again. So now it's called challenge 4, and what you're going to do here is you're going to adapt this code and make it so it works like the other one. So obviously things are going to be inside your loop here, and there shouldn't be a whole lot to do, but I just want to kind of have you do that on your own. Just think it through a little bit of what you have to do without following what I do. I kind of showed you the end result, so just check that out and see if you could do it. Again, if you did rock, paper, scissors, it should be pretty easy. And this is under Unit 10, and I'll have another exercise up very soon.